not great. But as he wanders on the battlefield, King Henry is challenged by Michael Williams, a common soldier, on the right of the king to send men to their deaths. If God has not forgiven them, then the king would be responsible for their damnation. And Henry is very taken aback by this. He gives a very sophisticated argument to refute it. I think the common soldier wins the argument, but it's debatable. And then the soldiers leave him, and as he is musing over the burdens of kingship, an old gentleman, Sir Thomas Erpingham, interrupts him. And that's a wonderful moment. It's a cross-reference in the play, because Sir Thomas Erpingham never appeared in person in the plays. In Richard II, he is mentioned once as someone who had joined Bolingbroke in challenging King Richard II. So it's a moment where King Henry's thoughts and our thoughts fly all the way back to Richard II. This disturbs the king a lot, and he gives this incredibly surprising speech. Shakespeare loves surprises. Not today, O Lord, oh, not today, think not upon the fault my father made encompassing the crown. I Richard's body have interred anew, and on it have bestowed more contrite tears than from it issue forced drops of blood. And I have built 2 chantries where the sad and solemn priests sing still for Richard's soul. More will I do, though all that I can do is nothing worth, since that my penitence comes after all imploring pardon. What a surprise. Henry V, the perfect king, had shed his father's past by a very ingenious strategy to start over by seeming like a juvenile delinquent, and then, as he says, shining forth like the sun, and everybody will think he's better than he is. Now he plunges into a bottomless abyss of guilt, very Christian or even post-Christian. He's like many Americans who have lost their religious faith but are still tormented by guilt, which comes from Christianity, yet it survives Christianity. Perhaps that shows how deep the wound is inflicted by illegitimate rule, and how ultimately inadequate are the resources of politics to deal with it. However that may be, my general argument in 2 sentences is that Shakespeare is not a product of the Renaissance, but represents a thinking through of how modernity was arriving. He is not a historicist, which appeared in the 18th century, but a proto-historicist in the sense that someone who is particularly interested in the process of how historical change comes about. That's it.
Thank you.